Welcome to the Selling in the Motor Trade podcast in association with Simcoe Training. This is the weekly podcast where we share best practice, tips and ideas on how to sell more cars, improve your service department and generally put more profit into your dealership or dealer group. I'm your host, Simon Bowkett. Now, some of you probably already know me as Skippy. I want to start by saying thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Selling in the Motor Trade. Hey, first I've got to say thank you again. We just keep on hitting milestone after milestone after milestone. And this series about mastering the 4 customer types is just got such good feedback. So again, if you're one of the people who've said that, we really do appreciate all your comments that you send through. So let's have a look at how to master the 4 different customer types. Now, if you've just come into this episode, just go back to Mastering the 4 Customer Types. And it talks about the 4 main customer types and where it comes from, psychometric profiling, the history of it. That's probably a good place for you to start. Because today, we're just going to be talking about the lions. So again, if you haven't watched that other one or listened to that one, this might not make much sense. But the lions is the customer who comes straight in and it's to the point. Best price, what can you do right now? Some of the tests you've done in the past, they call them the reds, okay? It might be called the drivers on some of the tests you've done. If you've done discus, it's the dominance, okay? Now, we haven't got time to give the customer computer program and say, can you answer these 24 questions and tell us what you're most like and what you're least like? So our salespeople need to identify what that customer is when they first come into the business. So let's start there. With these lions, do they tend to walk fast or slow? You know what? Most of the time it tends to be fast, okay? However, it might be quite slow and pacing around, sizing up the whole place. Are they dressed sharp or sloppy? You know what? Tends to be sharp, okay? But not flashy. We'll leave that for the puppy dogs, okay? This might be the lion, okay? Might be the darker suits, the sharper suit, okay? Not the lighter gray, okay? Now, of course, we've got to be careful. I'm generalizing here. The lions, do they tend to talk loud or soft? Yeah, you're right. Tends to be loud. They tend to be direct and to the point, okay? The lions, you're secondary in the buying process. To the lions, if you say things like, hey, we're one of the biggest dealer groups in the area and we don't get that way without looking after people. The lion might start thinking, I don't care what you've done for other people. What are you going to do for me? Okay. With a lion, it tends to be direct to the point. Okay. Best price right now. Hey, a lion. Actually, this got nothing to do with money, but it's a mindset. If it comes down to a suit, the lion might be the Savile Row suit. No one else knows what it is, but they know it's the best money can buy. If it comes down to watches, they might want a very flash watch. Now, the lion, again, nothing to do with money, it's a mindset, might want to buy a Patek Philippe, a Breguet, a Vacheron Constantin, something that maybe someone else doesn't know what it is, but they know it's one of the 3 grand ladies or the 4 grand ladies of the Swiss watchmaking world. That AP, they know it's one of the best they can get. Because you see, the lion is not trying to impress other people. That's some of the other profiles here. The lion tends to be trying to impress themselves, not other people. Okay. So that's where it's not money, it's a mindset with the lion. Okay. With the lion there, are they quick or slow to make a decision? Well, let me rephrase that. Easy or hard to sell to? You know what? The lion, they might beat you up in the price, okay? But once they made the decision, guess what? It's done. It's in place. It's there. I can think of 2 or 3 distinctive lions I've dealt with in the motor trade, okay? There's one particular person. I often say to his dealer group, how long do you think I had a conversation with your boss before we agreed this training program? And they often say, oh, I don't know, it was an hour and a half, an hour, something like that. Some people say 15 minutes. Okay. I said, no, it's probably about 45, maybe 48 seconds. Now, listen, this person did know me from the past. Okay. But I started talking about, we're doing this with this group. We're doing that for this group. Straight away, this person said, I don't care what you've done with them. What are you going to do for me? Okay. Actually, I don't mind telling you. This person, I said, okay, we're going to do this, and this. How do I know it's going to work? I'll tell you what, do me a favor. If it doesn't work, just don't pay the bill. I'll hold you that to Simon. I'll hold you to that, Simon. And you know what? I have no doubt he would have. Okay. But that person there, they made the decision. It's done. It's in place. We're still working with them now because once they've made a decision, they very rarely renege on their decision there. Okay, so that's the line. So let's have a look at some of these different people, okay, and some of their character traits. They tend to be task rather than people orientated. They're decisive and determined. Controlled emotions, I should say there. They're set on efficiency and effectiveness. They like control. They're often in a hurry. These people tend to be firm, stable relationships with people. They come across stubborn, often because I think they made up their mind. They come across as tough, okay? They're impatient, want everything yesterday. They're inflexible. And of course, they're a poor listener because they've made up their own mind. Now, please never forget from the last episode, we said this is an oversimplification. It's not fair just to put people into one box. In the real world, we all get a percentage of each one of the 4 different personality styles on what we portray at work. We have the internal and external. You might remember from the last episode, you see me as a puppy dog if you're ever on any one of my training courses. But deep down inside, I'm actually this lion there. Now, you've got to be careful because on a training course, the lion can be ugly sometimes. The lion wants to have an argument with someone else on the training course, okay? I've got to watch the lion, okay, because it might not be the best to open that person's minds up and listen, okay? Oh, some people just say, well, hold on, wouldn't any business owner or director, wouldn't they all be lions? You know what? No, there's no right and wrong in this. People can achieve success in lots of different ways. They just do it in a different way. So you might say, well, hold on, when the customer comes in, how do I deal with what they're really like on the inside or the outside? I would actually deal with who you see there. And we call them a lion because I want you to think of a customer comes in who's acting like the lion, best price, best price, best price, give me that deal right now, okay? Deal with them like a lion tamer will deal with the lion. Does the lion tamer go out and fight the lion? Oh, they're going to get eat up and spat out. The lion tamer. Does the lion tamer say, oh, here's a nice little putty cat. Here you go. No, of course, they're going to get eat up and spat out. The lion tamer is firm, chair with a whip. Oh, I got to tell you, another person I can tell you about. We have a sales fitness online training program, and we charge it for $299 a month. And this particular person said, that's great, but what are you going to do for me? It's $299 a month. That's what we do for everyone. Yeah, I know. But what are you going to do for me? Well, it's $299 a month. We do that for everyone. Yeah, I know, but I'm one of your biggest clients. Actually, we work with lots of other people, but it wouldn't be fair to other people if I did it for you for less. I won't tell anyone. What are you going to do it for me? So listen, we made the decision, $299. That really is. I think what you asked me, is that good value? It's one extra paint and fabric protection sold that salesperson do to pay for it. It actually works out less than £100 a month over the next 3 months of training. This particular person said, no, you need to do something less. So, okay, no problem. We went on with the rest of the conversation. As we were leaving, he said, all right, we'll do your bloody videos. I had to be firm with this lion because if I said, where do we need to be? What are you thinking? Wouldn't the lion have eat me up and spat me out? That's how you want to deal with that lion there. Be firm with them, okay? In fact, another way to do it, plan to ask questions about and discuss specifics, actions, results. With these lions, use facts and logic with these people. When necessary, these people disagree with the facts rather than the opinion. If you're thinking of a lion now, can you imagine turning around and saying to your lion, "You're wrong." Tell me I'm wrong. I'll show you. Okay. But actually, your customers are lying. They're going to be wrong sometimes. Okay. So if a customer says, no, it's wrong, it's this, you might say, go and get the information. Mr. Customer, I think it was this here. Let me go and have a look. I can see what it is. Here's the number there. Show them that, I don't know, the fuel consumption figure, the range of that EV vehicle there, and show them exactly what it is with facts. And you know what? You'll get the best of an apology from them because they understand, all right, I got that wrong. Fair play. Okay. Keep it business-like, efficient, and to the point. Sometimes if you've got a lion and you see a child seat in the back of the car, okay, with some of the other profiles, you say, what age, boy or girl? With a lion, they might say, well, what's that got to do with anything? Okay. So sometimes building personal rapport is almost the worst thing you could do with those people. Okay. Don't invade their personal space. Make them feel almost a little bit more special there. That's that lion. Now let's have a look at some of the closing questions we might use. If the lion's going to make a decision and they'll go for it, when we put a deal in front of people, we might just use a direct close. Okay. Now, again, there's lots of different closes on our sales fitness program there, but you might just turn around and say, great news, Mr. Lion. The price of that car is 100,000. That's the car that's got the X, the Y, the Z on it you said you wanted. The current market value in your car is 20,000, which is an 80,000 balance. That works out at X amount over the 36 months or comes down to Y amount over the 48. Should we secure that for you? Should we go ahead with that? Should we get that ordered for you? You see, it's just quite blunt because you know what? The lion will go and make that decision. Not all the time. At least you're going to uncover the objection you're going to get. Now, we haven't got time to talk about the different closing strategies, but you might use that direct, blunt close with the lion. If it comes to the lion who says they want to think about it, okay, we're not just going to say, what do you want to think about it? We might say, okay, Mr. Lion, I understand that. Buying a car is a big decision and should be taken lightly. But when we took the car for a drive, you did say, if we get the numbers right, that's the car you'd like to be driving for the next 2 or 3 years. So it sounds like one of these numbers isn't exactly right for you. Which number here are you not 100% sure about? Was it the 100,000 for that Porsche Taycan? Was it 20,000 for your X4? Or was it that monthly figure you're not 100% sure about? It's quite blunt again, but you can do that with a lion. In fact, I've got to tell you, most of the time, though, a lion's not going to tell you they want to think about it. They're going to tell you that 1,200 a month was more than that they wanted to spend. Okay, so that's the lines there. So what I want you to do is, next time you're out speaking to the customers, sales managers, listen to this, ask your salesperson, are you dealing with a lion, puppy dog, snake, or a mouse? And adjust the way you're dealing with that customer to that animal you've got there. Listen, try that one. Let me know how you get on with it. And next episode, we're going to be talking about the puppy dogs. The sales managers listen to this. You might want to ask your salespeople, what type of customer are you dealing with to your salesperson? Are they a lion, a puppy dog, a snake, or a mouse? And let's adjust the way we deal with that person based on their personality style. Adjust the closing question you might ask. Adjust the objection handling technique. Hey, on our sales training courses, we even adjust the trial close question we would ask the different type of customer. But firstly, you're going to identify who they are. Anyway, that about does it for now. Next time, we're going to be talking about the expressives, the yellows or the puppy dogs. I'll see you then.